So, I'm here to talk about the Week 12 NFL games, my thoughts. Part 3, the final part for the Final Four games. I have the America's Game Week on Fox, and I have and then I have the other late window game on Fox, as well as the Sunday Night Football on NBC and Monday Night Football on ESPN game. It was not ABC this week because ABC was showing them the JFK special. It must not have been a game that that the ESPN shows simulcast or maybe, or they had maybe NFL didn't know, maybe the NFL didn't want that game on ABC. I don't know. Either way, and it's the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles, 24-20. Dallas Cowboys had to come back. The Arlington Dallas Cowboys had to come back and claw their way back, fight their way back in the second half over the Eagles, but they did. Jalen Hurts, 28-17, 20 yards, a touchdown. Dak Prescott, 23-36, 350 yards, 2 touchdowns, reception. Jalen Hurts, 7 carries for 3 yards. With Javonte Williams, 20 carries for 8 yards. A.J. Brown, 8 carries, 100 yards for a seat. George Pickens, 9 for the Cowboys, 9 for Humphrey, 9 catches, 100 yards. Jalen Hurts had 1 sack, got sacked 1 time. Zach Barkley was only 10 for 22 yards, along with 7. Then Tank Bigsby, 1 for 8. And he had Devontae Smith, 6 for 8. But Saquon Barkley couldn't be with 7 for 52 catches. Dallas Gard, 2 for 20. G. Calcaterra, 2 for 8. D. Cooper, 2 for 8. X. Gibson, 1 for 3. And then the defense played well in the first half, just the second half, a little less. They couldn't stop the Cowboys as well. Yeah, Dak Prescott took a sack as well. Then Davis 2 for 24, Prescott 2 for 5. And Nate Turpin 2 for Ferguson 1 for 4. You had CLM 4 for 75. Jefferson 6 for 50. Nate Turpin 1 for 8. G. Williams 2 for 14. Lipke 1 for Ron Smith for, because I know because he played for the Gophers. I'm going to go Gophers. And I'm going to go Gophers. So, in college. And then the first score, Jalen Hurts was a pass. He did deep mail to A.J. Brown for 6 yards. And Jake Roseman. And the center touchdown for Jalen Hurts, 14-0 with the extra point. And Jalen Hurts rushed on 1 yard on a tush push. 21-0. Then in the second quarter, Dak Prescott was a passage for Pickens for yard. Next one was open. And then Dak Prescott catched it, Brunswick 4 for 4 yards, 2 for 14. Dak Prescott left end 8 yards, touchdown rush, ran out beat 42-yard field goal. In the end of the game, and it was good. Coming to the 4. So late in that second quarter, so it was really Eagles had it up, and then after that second quarter, they just couldn't favor get nothing on the Cowboys. Just flipped it. We're like, we can't let this happen. Or basically, if they lose, maybe our chance of getting the wild or even the playoffs are really slim, and they know that, and they know that, and it's just you can't have that if you're the Cowboys. So you couldn't have that. Atlanta 4-7 now on the year with a 24-10 win over the New Orleans Saints. It was Kirk Cousins starting here today, 60 in place of the injured Michael Penix Jr. Michael Penix Jr. came in and played. He got injured in the Carolina Panthers game. They lost in overtime. And then Tyler Show. He had 60. Kirk Cousins was 60 and 23, running yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. T-Shot Taylor Show was 38-43, 2 yards, interception. And then Bijan Robinson 14 carries, 3 yards. Taylor Show 7 for 22 yards for I think it's Mooney 3 for 74 yards. Chris Olave 1 for 7. You get one? I don't see those. No, there you go. I think it was someone else. Cousins did take 3 sacks, so Tyler Algier had 12 for 44. Kirk Cousins 2 for Franks, 1 for 2. And you had Bijan Robinson 2 for 37. Cup 2 for 25. Warner 2 for 24. Drummond 2 for 18. 2 for 16 for the Sills. RJ 1 for 5. And then for Saints, Taysom Hill came in and threw a couple. He's like a wildcat quarterback, like a rusher, like receiver. We like catcher as a tight end, or rush the ball, run the ball a little bit, throw the ball a little bit, And Show had 5 sacks. Dean Neal was 7 for 18. Taysom Hill 7 for 17. Tipton 1 for 11. Kamara 3 for 11. You got Jay Johnson 6 for 46. Neal 5 for 43. Bell 3 for 37. Tipton 3 for 22. That's 1 for 14. Stoll 2%. Kamara 2 for 4. And then in the first quarter, Zagans was 70s for field goal attempt. And then Kirk Cousins short pass to D Stills for 9 yards. And the extra was good. And Kirk Cousins an interception. It was a 40-yard interception return for Jay Reed. And the extra was good. Zagans also had 41 field goal attempt. The neutral infraction that was declined. They wouldn't give him a first down. They Falcons the first down, so they declined it. Must have been long enough, where you want to go for it either. Zagans was 54 field goal attempt. And the fourth quarter beat 43-yard field goal. No score to throw. And Kirk Cousins passed him out. The D Moody 4 yards. And Bijan Robinson rush on the 2 points. They get 24-10. So this proves though that maybe you might Kirk Cousins, maybe it wasn't the right move to go to Michael Pickens Jr. Maybe it wasn't. Even though it was against the Saints, it still might kind of proves that a little bit. So proves that a bit. Maybe so. Even against teams like the Dolphins or certain, teams like other teams that they've had. It shows that And the L.A. Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, dominate this Tampa Bay Buccaneers 34-7. Teddy Bridgewater came in late in the scheme for Baker Mayfield. Came in later in the game for Baker Mayfield. In the second half. And then it was Teddy Bridgewater was the leading passer, 8 for 15, 60 yards, which is not very good. If he only played half the game, and Baker Mayfield probably, if only 60 yards, even combined, even like 120 yards about. So that's the most. It's still not very good. This Tucker's 12 for 42. Iabuka 332. As for 25, 3 yards, 3 touchdowns. 12 for 36. Good 7 for an 87. Then Baker Mayfield was 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. So he did. That's another reason why. He had 2 interceptions, 2 sacks. And then Teddy Bridgewater 2 sacks. Right? 7 for 3. Baker Mayfield 4 for 8. Jay Johnson 4 right 3 for 6. Teddy Bridgewater 1 for 6. So even you have all the rushing. They only had maybe 120. It's 220 yards to offensive line. And then Seacon 4 for 20. Johnson for 20. Aaron Shepard 2 for 12. Chris Godwin 2 for 9. Tucker 1 for 4. Rashad White 1 for 4. For the Rams, Blake Corum 2 of 7 for 24 as well. You had Devontae Adams 5 for 62. Parkinson 4 for 4. Allen 2 for 29. Winfield 2 for 25. Wington 2 for 17. Williams 1 for 2. So yeah, and the Devontae Adams had 2 touchdowns. Parkinson another touchdown. So just a really solid game. As a first 1-yard pass, short to Devontae Adams for a touchdown. Then Baker Mayfield a 50-yard return by Cedar to make it 14-yard support. Then the catch by Steve Prince for Matthew Stafford for 21. And then Baker Mayfield short pass. Now complete. D-yard support yards and McLaughlin has good. The 24th pass to Dominions for 28-76 for HUS, and the 44th goal for HUS, and then in the 4th, 13th for field goal, HUS 50-yard kick. So that just proved. So the Rams are just proving that they're a dominant team. Dominant team. Especially in defense. Even when Baker Mayfield was in, they were still dominating, and that just shows that they're a solid team. The San Francisco 49ers limp away with the win. And yeah, they struggle in this one. San Francisco struggled in this one over Carolina. I mean, yes, you'll be happy to take the win if you're a San Francisco 49ers. If you're a San Francisco Santa Clara 49ers player, you'll be happy to take the win. Or if you're a fan of this team, you're happy that your team got a win. Or if you're a player, you're happy that you got a win. Yes, you are, especially a player. You're happy that you got a win. And it's always like the cliches, kind of, they say it's always better to, have a win and then clean up what she didn't do so well after a win in practice for the next game. Yes, it always is. It's still, you're happy with the win. You're happy that you got a win, but you didn't play the best. That's what happened this one. So San Francisco 29 on this one. Bryce Young did not have neither team had their best game though. Bryce Young 18-28, 116 yards, 2 receptions. Brock Purdy 3-32, 180 yards, touchdown, 3 interceptions. Rico Dallas 6 for 3. Christian McCaffrey 24 carries, 80 yards, touchdown. Rico Dallas 4 being receiver 2, 4 receptions research. Rich goes 6 for 70 yards, a touch. 6 for 70 yards. No touchdown. Bryce Young, took a sack. Chuba Hubbard 3 for 16 as well, I believe. Yeah, 3 for 16. Bryce Young 4 for 15. And then T. McMillan 2 for 35. Jake Walker 3 for 32. Chuba Hubbard 4 for 27. Xavier Legette 2 for 22. Karen Jr. 1 for 8 Sanders 1 for 6. Then Ranz 4 for 7 for 5. Ready 6 for 16. Purcell 1 for 2. And Christian McCaffrey 7 for 53. Ron Jennings, yes, 5 for 4. Johnson 1 for 8. Pearsall 2 for 6. So yeah, but neither team played the best. But if you're San Francisco, you'll take the win. So Brock Purdy 2-yard pass to J. Jennings for 7 yards. Ron Jennings and that extra was good. Then Fitzgerald 24-yard field goal, and enough game it. And they gave 40-yard field goal. It was 10-3. San Francisco leads that half. Then Christian McCaffrey rushed up and touchdown towards 42-130. And they have Matt Gixon was good. Bryce Young is not complete. And over 2 yards. And then the extra was missed. It was 17-9. And then that gave 28 field goal attempt was good. And then made it 20-9 in San Francisco. Didn't get the most convincing win. Brock Purdy did not play the best, especially at those interceptions, but you'll gladly take a win rather than a loss. Especially when, Carolina, if they would have won that game, if they would have won, they would have been division leaders in the NFC South. And San Francisco still needs that win to keep pace for the NFC West division, well as just to be in the NFC National Football Conference playoffs on that side.